Hello everybody and welcome back to individual qualifying here in Pensacola. This is part number 2, should be the last part of individual qualifying. And the last part, the first 21 drivers took to the track and tried to set their individual qualifying lap. 20 of them ended up setting that lap. Jack Halleck, it was confirmed he actually had a cylinder go down on track. They're going to get that fixed and get him ready for the race, but he will start at the rear of the field because he did not complete his qualifying lap. Jeffrey Finguy has set the pace early with a 48.643 with his teammate Scott Roush close behind, but William Carlson Jr. surprised the field and is currently sitting P3. But as we get into these last 21, these guys were the fastest 21 in practice, so those three could be easily dethroned. As here is Tyler Faber out on track in his brand new scheme for this season, as he's driving for a colon cancer, I believe it's colon cancer awareness car. It's been pretty big as of late, and he's out here supporting that, making a lot of money for that charity. So good job to Faber as he's out on track. We learned last time that the exit to the corners is really big to setting your qualifying lap, so we'll have to see if Faber can capitalize on that today. He got pole position in the back in the last season opener we had, which was group qualifying, but he got it at Toddering. Let's see if he can get it here. Out of the last corner was a decent exit. Didn't seem to be an amazing one. And a lot of you have probably already noticed the star next to Adam Vincent. That means he is registered in front of Roger Ray. It was actually registered because he was faster in practice. So Vincent was given that spot over Roger Ray, even though their times are tied. So as we get around turns 1 and 2, not a very good run through turn 1 and 2 out of Tyler Faber. Can he make it up to 3 and 4? Doesn't look like it's Save a Sport in their Hondas. The Hondas haven't looked too strong, so he comes around 3 and 4, 210. It looks like he's going to probably be around Angel, where Angel is right now as we come back to the line. He will score a 50.109. That's right below Sean Angel. Tyler Faber, a decent performance. Definitely not up to the standard he pulled last season at Toddering, but it's something. He'll just have to wait for their last team member, Stephen Thompson, to hit the track. That'll be later in the day. And next up, after Tyler Faber, is Lorenz Log, driving for Epic Motorsports. He's the second member of Epic Motorsports out on track, as his teammate Paul Jackson currently sitting P5. Very impressive out of Jackson. More impressive out of the person below him in Dan Newson in the Thundersport GP car, but Jackson sitting top 5 right now. Let's see if Lorenz Log can match his teammate. Lorenz Log has 2 wins under his belt, or 3 wins under his belt. One coming in Season 1 in Autodrome de Paris, and then the other 2 being in Season 2, which was in Lime Rock Park and Old Spice. So he's one of the more winning drivers, but all those wins came under Cleverhouse Racing. He has yet to win under this new team. As he comes out of this last corner, pretty decent exit out of the corner as he barrels down towards turn 1. This looks like it's a little bit faster than what Dan Luisen was pulling, so it's about what Jackson was pulling. Maybe he can match his teammate as he comes around turn 2 and out of turn 2. He was the first rank A eliminated from contention last season, so a lot of question marks surrounding Lorenz Log and how well fit he is for this car. But as he barrels down the back straightaway, reaching 218 before the corner, he comes into 3 and 4. A lot of people have struggled here today, and Lorenz Log will too. Not a very good corner entry. Out of 3 and 4, and Lorenz Log will get a decent run out of 3 and 4. Will come down to the line and he will set a 49-230 that will beat his teammate, and he will take P5. So Lorenz Log and Epic Motorsports right now. Epic Motorsports is 5th and 6th. Nowhere near what Roush Racing Enterprises is pulling, but a good performance nonetheless. And next up is Skylar Johnson for Red Stallion Racing. Is this Red Stallion's first car out on track? No. Roman Rahal already ran before. We're still waiting on Baranowska. She's later up the order. But Skylar Johnson was in the bottom 5 in the points last season. Stayed with the team she was at, and she's hoping to turn her luck around here this season, now driving the 22 instead of the 02. But still rocking Rockstar Energy. She comes out into the corner. This is not a very good pit exit. Not what you want to see if you're the team owner, being this slow around 3 and 4. But she's going to go with it anyway. Out of 3 and 4. A nice run out of 3 and 4, but just not having the speed overall. Into 1 and 2. This is about what Halleck was pulling until he dropped. Just hope she doesn't have a cylinder go down. In 3-4, she's losing down to about 210 as she's out of the corner. Down the back straightaway. Skylar Johnson. Into 3 and 4 at 212 again. And will, like the others, drop speed. In 3 and 4, out of 3 and 4. This will not be a good time for Skylar Johnson. Not what she wanted to start the season. But Skylar Johnson will pull a 50.422. That is right above Julio Cesar. So definitely not what Red Stallion wants to see this early in the season. Roman Rahal pulled a pretty impressive lap. He's up the order with a 49.910, but Skylar, not too good for herself. And next up out on track is rookie Dak Jovic for Full Frontal Motorsports. Just changed from William Bark Motorsports. They're one of the best teams on the grid. Jovic is a rookie this season, took Paul Jackson's spot at that team after Jackson brought that car 2 championship podiums. Jackson currently setting P6 under Epic Motorsports. Jovic getting in this car for only his 3rd time, as the other 2 were practicing final practice. So Dak Jovic, very new to this machine, and it shows he does not have the speed you want down the back straightaway. At all. This is not a good start to his lap. Trying to bring it back around 3 and 4. He's going to bring it around. See if he can get a good run out of 3 and 4. The rookies have been struggling here today. Yevgeny Kuznetsov, the Russian, really had a lot of trouble. Caesar down in the order as well. Chase Dunbar is one of the higher rookies, but overall the highest one is Dan Lewson. Around 1 and 2 at 2:09. This is not a good lap for Dak Jovic in that Full Frontal Motorsports and KFC number 40 car, as he's out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Really did not get a good run out of turn 2 either. Like I said, the rookies have really been struggling here today, and it's going to show again as Dak Jovic really not putting in a lap that's going to even get close to what Jeffrey Finn guy pulled. As he'll come out of 3 and 4, this will probably be bottom of the grid. Nice run out of 3 and 4 though. And a 50.557, that's just above Yevgeny Kuznetsov. 3rd to last. Not a very good run you'd want to see out of the rookie in his first attempt at a qualifying run. So Jovic will qualify near the rear of the field. And next up is a name that everyone on this track fears. This is Carson Bowers, one of only 3 active drivers with 5 or more wins in this series. One of them coming here in Season 2, which was his first career win in Pensacola. Everyone fears this driver, as he's the second person to come out on track who's won at this racetrack before. Jack Hallett came out earlier but had a cylinder go down. He'll start at the rear of the field. We'll see how Carson Bowers can do. He knows this track really well. I'm surprised he's not getting as good of a run as we thought he would get. But as he comes through 3 and 4 to start his lap, he's staying up near that white line to try to get a good run. He knows what to do though. Out of 3 and 4. As you would expect, that was a good run. But like we've seen many times before, he just didn't have the speed itself coming out of the last corner. 2:13 into the first corner as he drives around turn 1 and 2. Definitely not like what his teammate did, his team owner Fitzwater did. Higher than that, but he's going to come out of turn 2. This is not what you would expect out of a champion of this track. A guy who knows this track all too well. Will anyone get close to Finn Guy? Bowers is not going to do it, as he gets a terrible run through 3 and 4. And out of 3 and 4, very disappointing result out of Carson Bowers as he comes down to the line. And that's going to be a 50.153. That's actually going to be slower than his team owner Fitzwater. Carson Bowers, very disappointing run, as they only have one of their team left and they need something, and that's going to be the reigning champion. But he'll be a little later in the run. And next up is the last of the Thundersport cars. This is Ryan Monaco, brother of Eric Monaco, who already set a lap earlier. Set a pretty decent lap, as Thundersport has been surprisingly fast today. With them being a brand new rank D team, they have shown a lot of speed. And we'll see if that can transfer to Ryan Monaco as well as he comes out of turn 2. Oh, he had so much speed out of that corner. But he just bottles it coming onto the racing line. He still shows a lot of speed though. Wow. What? Ryan Monaco is blazing fast right now. To the line at 2:18. That is faster than Finn Guy. Into turn 1 and 2, we could have someone battling for the pole position. And it's a Thundersport. Coming around turn 1 and 2, 2:18. Oh, this might be the one. 2:17. Out of the corner. Right back to 2:20. That's the first clip of 2:21 we've seen today. Ryan Monaco 2:22 into the corner. This is blazing fast. Can he match Finn Guy? It looks like he's gonna do it. Out of 3 and 4, the Thundersport GP of Ryan Monaco to the line. And a 48.579, that is pole position. Ryan Monaco in one of the worst rides on the grid. Out of nowhere, and he is in pole position. Wow. Ryan Monaco is so fast today. Watch out for him in the race, as Thundersport, good qualifying for them. And next up on track is Connor Hurley for Hood Huddleston Racing. I did make a mistake before saying, I believe I said Anderson had not run. Anderson had run with a 50.044. I had been mistaken, but Anderson was the highest of Fitzwater Australia, and with a with a 50-second time, that's really not something that's what Australia wants. But Connor Hurley out of the pits. Hurley is going pretty fast. He'll go into the corner, though, with a lot less than what Ryan was pulling. Ryan Monaco just surprised the whole field, beating 2 Roush Racing Enterprises cars from a rank A, and with a rank D, got pole for now. Connor Hurley, around 3 and 4, not too good of a run through 3 and 4. But for a rookie, he ran for Monarch in the Sunoco Royale last season. He really didn't perform too well, but he's back here. Actually, I'm not even sure if he qualified for that race. Oh, he's at 208 out of the corner. This is not looking good for the 64 crew. And into 3 and 4 at 210. This is a terrible run for Connor Hurley. This is pretty much worst case scenario for them. Hood Huddleston Racing really needed a good performance here today. Hurley had a great practice, but will have an atrocious qualifying. This is going to be below Kuznetsov. It will be 50.884. And, HHR. We're close to getting rank C last season, and right now not starting off too well with Hurley. Dunbar had a nice one, but Stu Cole's left. She got P7 in practice, so we'll see her a little later. And next up is Audra Bernards, the last of the Red Stallion cars to go. As Skylar did not have a good performance, but Rahal had a decent one. Let's see how Audra can do. Her best career finish, if I'm correct, was a 3rd in Portland when she was replacing William Brock back in Season 2. She was a substitute driver, came in Season 3, won the Sunoco Royale, but never got a really good main event finish. So she is the reigning Sunoco Royale champion, but no wins to her name. Official wins. Audra Bernards. Oh. Ooh, this is not good. Audra really needs a good run out of 3 and 4. Oh no. Looks like we're gonna have another Hurley situation because Baranowska's 211 into the corner. Put in that comparison, Ryan Monaco was 220 into the corner. 10 miles an hour slower, almost 10 miles an hour slower into the corner, out of the corner, 210, so she didn't lose anything throughout the corner. And she'll improve coming into 3 and 4 up to about 214, I want to say 213. Into 3 and 4, no one's gotten a really good run through there today. The corner is being so tough on people as she's going to come around 3 and 4. Faster than Hurley, I think, but not a good time to finish it off for Red Stallion. Audra Bernards goes to the line. 50.491. That will be right above Jovic. That is exactly 1/10 better than Evgeny Kuznetsov. Not a good performance from the veteran female driver, Bernards. And next up is the team owner of Scott Ganassi Racing. This is Phillip Scott. Phillip Scott, another one of the 3 drivers who have 5 or more wins to his name, active drivers. But he's never stepped in a rank A before. But Carson Bowers did not set a good lap. Now it's Phillip Scott's turn. Let's see if he can do good. Oh, a little bit of a checkup, but a lot better than what some of the other people were doing with checking up. Definitely not what Ryan Monaco was pulling into 3 and 4. but definitely not as bad as what Carson Bowers was pulling. Out of the last corner. He'll be at the line, 212, 213. Into 1 and 2. 216 was what he hit in 1 and 2. As he's sticking to that white line, he's going to go a little lower right in the middle of the corner, as usual, and arch out. Not very good at the arch part, but he's going to come out of the corner. Not a good run out of 2, though. It's not what you want to see out of the veteran, the legend himself. That's his nickname, the legend. As he's coming out at 3 and 4, this will not match Ryan Monaco by a long shot, but it won't be too bad of a time either. 49.659. That will be right below Gatlin Downey and right above Nick Pericles, his teammate. So Scott Ganassi all together down there. So Phillip Scott, not actually too bad of a time, but not an amazing one either. But he'll line up with his teammates right behind him for now. Phillip Scott, Nick Pericles, John Art, all right in that little pack over there. So decent job out of Phillip Scott. And next up is the second of the Shock Allison Racing cars. This is Aiden Shepherd, 12th in final practice. One of the faster guys out here. He is... back in season 1, he was known as the Super Speedway King because he got 2 out of the 3 Super Speedway wins that season. So Aiden Shepherd is a very fast person when it comes to these Super Speedways. Let's see if it shows. Ooh, up in the 4th gear, lost a little bit. But he'll come into the corner in 200. That's what you want to see. Aiden Shepherd with the Super Speedway experience. Definitely not Ryan Monaco pace, but no one else is. Definitely a good run, though. 213 into past the finish line. This is about what Phillip Scott was running. In the middle of the corner. Arches down a little bit. And, not coming back up the track too well. There he goes. And he didn't get too well of a run out of 2. Aiden Shepherd, really not... He hasn't really been in the zone when it comes to super speedways ever since he left Red Stallion. But he's been trying to get into it. This was a terrible run in 3 and 4, though. He'll try to make it back out of the corner. Almost hit 210 there. Out of the corner. This isn't a bad time, though. He's going to cross the line at a 49.814. That is right behind Nick Pericles. And splits the... it will split the Scott Ganassis. So not too bad out of Aiden Shepherd and Shock Allison Racing. The one that's left, Chris Dodd, will come up a little later. We're about to hit the 11th place in final practice, and we're almost into the top 10. And next up is Alexander Rowe. Rowe is basically being praised throughout the Rank Bs lately because he was the only Rank B to make it in contention to the finale. Had a nice run last season, Alexander Rowe in Maverick GP. He never got a win last season, though. He's looking to fix that this season. Starting it off with a win as he comes out of pit lane out of 2. A nice, solid run. Oh, that's more than solid. Oh, that was a beautiful run down the back straightaway. Oh, this is beautiful. This is an amazing run. This is Ryan Monaco pace. Alexander Rowe could become your pole sitter. Out of the corner, he will reach 220 before the finish line. 222 into the corner. 223. Okay, Rowe is on pace for pole position. Blazing fast through 2. He'll come out of the corner, 219, back up to 220, and bolt down the back straightaway. He's got this one. Unless something goes wrong, it's his 223. Down the back straightaway into the last corner. He'll lose miles per hour like everyone does. But I don't think it'll be enough for Ryan Monaco to bring it back. Alexander Rowe out of the last corner. He will take pole position, guaranteed. And Rowe across the line, 48.174. And that is pole position. This is why he's one of the best now in a rank A, and everyone was terrified when Rowe stepped in a rank A car again, and he shows it. Pole position by 0.4 of a second. Alexander Rowe was blazing fast today. Good job, Rowe. And as we crack into the top 10 in final practice, we're starting with 10th place in final practice, Stephen Thompson for Sabasport. The last of the Sabasport cars to go out on track. And Thompson in a rank D, really impressing a lot of people in that with that final practice session. He's the second highest ranked D in final practice, other than Laughter Stu Cole. But Thompson out on track. Oh, he gets a shaky run, but he'll bring it back. Nice run. We may be seeing someone get close to around Finn Guy, because Stephen Thompson looks like he has speed today. Nice run out of 3 and 4, 216 across the line. That's 4 miles an hour lower than what Rowe was pulling. But into turns 1 and 2 at 219. Those 218 almost immediately. A little bit above that white line. We haven't really seen anyone go above the white line today. As he comes out of turn 2, and now he's right in the middle of the line, coming down the back straightaway, reaching about 219. He's gonna hit 3 and 4. This is about what Carlson was doing. Oh, but a bad run into 3 and 4 may cost him Carlson's spot. As he comes out of 3 and 4, Stephen Thompson, very impressive run. He's gonna probably take around 5th place. 48.944. That is, in fact, 6th place, but still very impressive out of Stephen Thompson. Thompson making Sabasport proud as he will lead the Sabasports into Pensacola's 200-mile race. Good job, Stephen Thompson, here in Pensacola. And next out on track is Cordell Paulson for Clever House Racing. I believe the second Clever House Racing car, the third one coming up way later, second to last. Cordell Paulson almost won this race last season. He was edged out by Jack Halleck, who is starting at the rear. So you got a run, he can get out. Oh, that was a nice run. Out of pit lane. 200 in the corner. These later people are showing why they were good in final practice. Paulson got 200 into the corner, which is around what Thompson was doing. But not a very good run through the corner. Decent one out. Oh, that was not very good out of the corner, actually. He had a good out of pit lane, just didn't tie it together through the corner. Cordell Paulson, the people who've won here in the past really haven't been showing it. As Halleck had a cylinder go down, Bowers really didn't show much speed at all, and now Paulson doing the same. Instead, we got Rowe leading it, who's won at Kansas twice. But Paulson into 3 and 4. This looks like it'll be around Shepherd and Pericles. Maybe a little lower. Cordell Paulson out of the corner. Maybe around his teammate. As he's going to cross the line. 50.067, right below his teammate, I believe. No, actually a few spots below. Because that kind of time range is really jumbled up. As Cordell Paulson, not the performance he wanted to see. He'll be in front of Carson Bowers, though, and he'll be in front of Jack Houck, the two people who he probably feared the most for this race. So we'll see if Paulson can make that up during the race. And next up is the last of the Monarch Motorsports cars. This is Hans Lindholm, the German driver, who actually got a few top 10s near the end of last season, and a lot of people really looking out for him in a rank C this season, as he'll try to start his lap here in Pensacola. Let's see how fast he can get it around this track. All matters about the exit of these corners. Oh, that's a shame. Very big bobble. That's the worst we've seen. He's gaining speed fast, but he just got into 4th gear. What a shame. Hans Lindholm looked to be one of the fastest guys out here today. Come out of the corner. He's gaining speed fast, just not fast enough. 209 across the line. He's got a lot to make up. He's really trying, though. Keeping it around 211. Oh, it's dropping a little. Out of the corner. Not a good run out of 2. Hans Lindholm, that's a shame. As Hans Lindholm will take 3 and 4. Not the kind of performance he wanted. Definitely. If he would have gotten that run at a pit road, this would be a totally different situation. But Lindholm will probably score around where Faber and Paulson are. 50.299. That is below Carson Bowers. What a shame for the German driver. We'll see him near the rear of the field in the actual race, but we'll see if he can make it up. And next up is the last of the rank Ds. This is Laughter Stu Cole, a female driver who has led HHR for the longest of times since season 2, and she has been in every single season, and she's one of 2 people to do that without getting a win. Herself and Gerardo Ron. Neither of them have wins to their name. Laughter Stu Cole has never even really gotten close. She's never really gotten a pole position or anything. So I don't expect her to do too good today, as yeah, it's starting to show. Not a very good corner entry. And once you're at this speed into the corner, she's already done. She ain't getting pole. Just from the speed you could see going into 3 and 4, you can tell she doesn't have it. Out of 3 and 4, she's going to get a nice run though. 209, that's still not what you need. She made some of it up, but just not all that she needed. Into 1 and 2. And through the middle of 1 and 2, she's at 210 as of now. Will she drop to 209? Yes, she will. Not a good run out of Laughter Stu Cole in that Hood Huddleston Racing Chevy Sony number 79 car. Down the back straightaway and into the corner at 211. That was no run down the back straightaway. Basically kept her speed. She may get down to 207. Nope, she'll stay 208. Out of the last corner. Not a good run for Laughter Stu Cole across the line. At a 50.626. That is the second to worst time other than Halleck who is not qualified. Stu Cole, the last of the HHRs. HHR needed a good run today, and they just didn't get it. So after Stu Cole, gonna have to make up a lot of that in the actual race. And next is Kieran Mulcher. Sorry, I just messed that up. Kieran Mulcher, the last of the Roush Racing Enterprises cars, in his Chevron number 35 car. Making his lap. His other two teammates are both in the top 5. Finguy had pole position for a long time, now sits third. Roush in 4th. Ken Mulcher put himself in the top 5. He was one of our fastest final practice runners. I believe he got P6 in final practice. So Mulcher expected to do something, as it was a nice run into 3 and 4. Really stalled out a little bit once he got into the corner. Oh. Uh-oh. Mulcher got a terrible run through that corner. Oh, this is a shame. 209. Nope, he's not going to do it. He's not even going to get close. Into 1 and 2. 211. 210. 209. Wow, from what we expected to be one of the best runs out here. The last Roush Racing Enterprises cars ending up being one of the worst. Mulcher down the back straightaway, gaining a little bit of his speed back up to, looks to be 215. Into 3 and 4, will drop back down to about 210. And Mulcher will bring it home probably around Anderson. He didn't go down 210, he went down to 11. Nice. But he'll get 50.208. Oh, that is just below Carson Bowers. And Mulcher, not the performance he wanted to see for himself, as his two teammates all the way at the front. He is going to be near the back. Bad luck for Mulcher. And next up is, as we reach the top 5 in final practice, the last of the Shock Allison racing cars, Chris Dodd, who in his first start back got P5 in final practice. Last time he appeared full-time was in Season 2 under his own team, CJ Racing, but that team was bought out by Maverick GP, who went on to go to Rank A this very next season. So now Chris Dodd trying to avenge himself into 3 and 4 with very nice speed. Shock Allison Racing really has not had a good run so far today. But as Dodd comes out of the last corner, 216 past the line. He'll be 219 into the first corner. This is not row pace, but this might be Finguy pace. Through the middle of the corner. If he can get a good run through 3 and 4, that's all he's going to need to beat Rowe. Out of the corner, but no, Rowe was so much faster. Rowe would have already been at 223 by now. Into 3 and 4, he's going to need a good run to beat Finguy. No, he won't get there, but it looks like he's probably going to go around Carlson and Roush, which is a good run for Shock Allison Racing to the line. 48.913, that will be right ahead of Steven Thompson. Great run for the last run for Shock Allison Racing. P5 in practice, will right now stand P6 in qualifying. Very good run out of Chris Dodd for the last run for Shock Allison. And next up is the crazy Frenchman himself. This has been Walla Vervine. driving his new iBuyPower number 7 car, BMW. He's the last of the Trailblazers to go, and he is tied for fan favorite with Scott Roush, currently at P4. And Walla Verveen had a very nice practice run. See if he can tie that together with a nice qualifying run, as his speed is not increasing at the speed you would want to see, but will reach 200 before 3 and 4, as Benoit Verveen was 4th in final practice. One of the fastest guys out here showing himself today, as he comes out of the last corner and coming to the line to start his lap. Will start at about 2:08, so he kind of didn't get a very good run out of that corner. Oh, that kind of stalled out into 1 and 2, as Benoit Verveen is going to need a lot more than that if he wants to get anywhere close to pole position. Oh, that started with a nice run, and it just didn't come through. Out of turn 2, not a good run there. This looks around Tyler Faber and Zachary Fitzwater near there. Maybe lower. Benoit Verveen, from being one of the fastest guys in practice, will reach 2:07. This might be last, because he is just... something did not click for that 7 car. And he will cross the line and get a 50.7. That is second to last when it comes to people who have set times so far. Benoit Verveen 4th in final practice, and he will be 3rd to last as of now on the grid. Not good job out of that BMW of Benoit Verveen. And next up is Vance Caldwell, the 3rd to last driver to go. Vance Caldwell almost won the season last season. Was edged out by Jackson, Vincent, and Anderson, but he almost had it mid-season, so he was battling for the points lead. Now Caldwell, his 2 teammates are 9th and 10th on the board right now. Can Caldwell join his friends in the top 10? Actually, if he did, he would knock Jackson into 11th. But Epic Motorsports has been having a good run today. Let's see if Caldwell can tie one together as well. Not looking too good. He did not get a good entry into 3 and 4. Not the one he wanted anyway. As he comes out of 3 and 4. As he'll be 2:12 across the line. This is way slower than what people like Rowe are pulling, but he'll be 2:14 into the corner. This is about where Roger Ray and Downey were at. Or Vincent Ray and Downey were at. But not a good run through 1 and 2. Loses a little bit of momentum as he comes out of 2, down back straightaway. As he comes into 3 and 4, he was 3rd place in final practice, one of the fastest guys you'll ever see on a super speedway. But right now, not a good run, as he's won twice in Diamond Ridge. But Vance Caldwell will come out of the last corner. This is not the run he needed to block it together for Epic Motorsports. He will land himself 50.015. That'll be right below Chase Dunbar. Vance Caldwell really needed a better run than that to join his teammates near the front, and I guess those two will have to fend for themselves without their team owner. Bad luck for Caldwell. And second to last to go is the rookie, Bobby Jones, who had an absolutely incredible final practice in his rookie start. Right now, second to last out. He's seen how everyone else has done, except for the person up front, William Brock. We'll see him just after Jones. But Bobby Jones in his first start, can he get to the front? He was a little low on the line, which is weird. He is running a lot lower than what people normally would be, so he'll actually shift up to that white line mid-corner and arch it back down. This is not an amazing line. I don't know what Bobby Jones was thinking there, but that is a rookie mistake. And what we thought would be fighting for pole, Jones already out of it. 210 into the corner. The rookies have been struck down today. Every rookie out of the top 10, and it looks like that's going to stand Bobby Jones from what was almost first place in final practice. He really had a good draft in final practice. Now Bobby Jones into 3 and 4, 212. Not the run him and Clever Haas Racing really needed, as they're going to come around 3 and 4, and Bobby Jones going to pull a dismal time compared to what he did in final practice. A 50.620. That is right above laughter Stu Cole. And with that, that guarantees that Alexander Rowe will sit on the front row for Pensacola, the season opener. Whether he sits first or second is up to what the reigning season opener champion, William Brock, does in his qualifying run. We'll see that in just a moment. And here he is, William Brock, the final runner of the night. 41 drivers have gone before him, and it's him versus Alexander Rowe for pole position. Rowe, I believe, got 3 pole positions last season, but Brock holds the record for most pole positions in one season, held at 7 in season 2. So he is known as the qualifying king around here, and it showed as he got first place in final practice, and comes into here, everyone's biting their teeth because William Brock is really fast as we wait for him to exit the pit lane in just a moment here. We had some shocking things happen throughout the feud. Howard had a cylinder go down mid-lap, had to be forced to come in, which was just terrible for him. While of their being Bobby Jones, 2 of the top qualifiers, end up near the back of the field, but instead Ryan Monaco took the lead very late. He right now sits P2. Can Brock knock him out of his front row start? This would be, I believe, Ryan Monaco's first career front row start in a rank D nonetheless. Ryan Monaco has been in a rank D before. He was in it in season 2 when he drove for Spark Auto Racing, which then died off after that season was bought out by Monarch Motorsports, which has brought that team to fame. 2 Roush Racing Enterprises will end in the top 5. Very impressive for them. It's Roush and Finguy. Finguy has been showing a lot of speed at speedways and super speedways, so we'll see if Finguy can tie together a win. But waiting for William Brock to exit the lane. This is one of the slowest we've seen getting out, but he will get out now. William Brock, the last runner of the night. Will it be Alexander Rowe or William Brock getting pole position? Coming around out of pit lane. Brock trying to carry the most momentum he can out of pit lane, because that's exactly what you need to do. Carry momentum. Oh, he's got speed. That was a nice run down the back straightaway. He got 404 into the corner, but he's stalling out. This is not what he needs. Brock out of the corner. He's behind. He's way behind. This is Rose. I think it's over. Brock just did not show the speed coming out of the final corner, did not have the run he needed, and I think this is Rose. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. It's over. That's it. Brock just is not showing the speed we thought he'd show. Everyone thought he would be blazing fast straight to pole position, but Brock really not showing any speed today. Out of the last corner, Brock will qualify midfield, and Alexander Rowe will be your pole sitter for the season opener in Pensacola. It will be a 49.781. That will line him up in between Phillip Scott and Nick Pericles. And that is William Brock midfield, Alexander Rowe pole position in Pensacola. Ryan Monaco in a rank D will qualify on the front row, but Alexander Rowe destroyed everyone by 0.4 of a second. Great job, Alexander Rowe here in Pensacola. Let's go look at your full starting lineup. So here it is, your starting lineup. I had to show it this way, but we can just do it this way. Alexander Rowe pole position, Ryan Monaco second, Jeffrey Finke third, Scott Roush fourth, William Karlsson Jr. for Monarch in fifth, Chris Dodd sixth, Stephen Thompson seventh, William Duncan eighth, Lorenz Log ninth, Paul Jackson 10th, Dan Luisen, the rookie, the highest rookie, P11, Adam Vincent and Roger Ray tie for 12th, but Vincent gets it on higher practice result. So Roger Ray 13th, Downey 14th, Phillip Scott 15th, William Brock 16th, Nick Pericles 17th, Aiden Shepherd 18th, John Art 19th, Eric Monaco rounding out the top 20, Roman Rahal 21st, Chase Dunbar, another rookie, getting 22nd, Vance Caldwell 3rd in final practice, will get 23rd in qualifying, 24th Gerard Rowan, 25th reigning champion Max Anderson, 26th Sean Angel, 27th Cordell Paulson, 28th Tyler Faber, 29th Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 30th is Carson Bowers, and out of the points starting in the race is Kieran Mulcher in 31st, Hans Windhelm 32nd, Skylar Johnson 33rd, Julio Caesar 34th, Audra Bernards in 35th, Dak Jovic 36th, Yevgeny Kuznetsov 37th, Bobby Jones 38th, Lavder Stu Cole 39th, Benoit Lervine in 40th, Connor Hurley in 41st, and Jack Halleck with a cylinder going down on his run will start dead last at the tail end of the field. The start in Pensacola. Congratulations, Alexander Rowe, winning qualifying for the season opener of Season 4 of the Sunoco Elite Series. And we will see you all in the 200-mile, 66-lap race in Pensacola to start the season off strong. And may the best man win. Until next time, guys. Ciao.